Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Trevor Plays here, back again with some more One Piece. We are here with chapter 1136, The Land That Awaits the Sun. Pretty cool. Um, we have still continuing Yamato's pilgrimage, volume 22, a mysterious base deep in Udon. And just by the looks of it, it's who's who. And we see Yamato, Speed, Otama, and Camacho with Hold'em in tow, um, looking at the Who's Who base. Um, you know, for Who's Who being an ex-marine turned pirate, um, to now just being whatever, he's not very subtle. Especially with his whole attire, I guess you could say. Just because it's a place that has his kind of like cat form thing, so it's very obvious who it is. So Yamato will know. Technically, they will know. It's who's who, but you know. So yeah, continuing on with the feast. It's so good. This moose tastes like dinosaur. I'm surprised you got one. Moose is delicious, but the beasts are very fierce. I'd risk any danger for the man who saved my life. That thanks a bunch, Hyrudine and Stanzen. Um, I'm just glad you like it. It's not often that humans come up here to the Sun World. Usually, they don't know how to get here, so they assume the underworld is Elbath and end up fleeing. Makes sense. Makes sense. Really. But Ors was a vicious warrior whose story has been passed down through our history. That's right. He was 3 times the size of any of you. And the man who finished him off was me. Yeah, Captain Usopp. Okay, buddy. Your skin really is blue. And Jinbei's like, Folks are even more colorful at Fishman Island. Like all the fish in the sea. I hope to see a mermaid one day. They're beautiful, gentlemen. The mermaid inlet is like heaven on earth. Wow! But I feel like I'm ascending to heaven just being in the presence of so many giant angels. Aw, Sanji, you're so cute. He says, woohoo, I'm drowning in beautiful women. And what are you then? Me? Why? I've got the one of my blues. Yeah. A toast to the wonders of the vast world. Kinda surprised at how many giants haven't ever gone to sea. Right? I thought all the giants of Elbath were pirates. Ugh. Ultra rare Nami. Ultra rare Strawhats. Forgive me for my earlier indiscretion. It's Road. And his face is beat to hell. No forgiveness for you. Make sure you apologize. This is awakening something in me. Punish me, Kurt. Okay. Don't worry about it. Nobody died. But only because Usopp stopped us from fighting back. If not for that, your head would have left your shoulders, says Zoro. He's like, ah! Look at Roto. Don't you know what their bounties are? You don't stand a chance against them. And the next time he tries something, you just go ahead and do that. My Gerd. And this is so stimulating. All right, buddy. You don't understand. That was a dream. That's held by everyone born in Elbath. We all wish to be the sun god and rule the world. Sun god? Don't be a fool. The sun god isn't a ruler. Yeah, he's a god of liberation. No, a god of destruction. Wrong. He's a god of laughter. They're brawling now. What's this about a god? Elbath is home to an ancient religious text known as the Harley. Because it is so ancient, there are many interpretations of it. It continues to be passed down even though no one can translate it anymore, hence the confusion. According to the Harley, the world has twice been destroyed in the past. In each case, the presence of Nika, the sun god, is closely tied to it. Luffy says, Nika? Is he the hero who appeared to save the world from disaster? The disaster who the destroyer who lays waste to all. He appears when the world is about to undergo a great transformation. Therefore, the great and mighty of the day always fear Nika's arrival. Oh yeah, Nika. Bonnie was talking about that guy. Because he is the god of the sun, it is those without hope who seek him the most. Nika wears white clouds around him and appears with white hair, clothes, and jolly laughter. That must be why everyone said I remind them of him. But that has nothing to do with me. Come on, don't ruin all the fun, Straw Hat. Everyone born in Elbath idolizes Nika growing up. So, I won't defend whatever that moron Road was doing. Huh? Even Loki and the late Herald, in a sense, are the result of attempting to be Nika, perhaps. You don't have to rationalize Loki's actions that way, Chief Jarul. Oh, Loki. Is Loki a good guy? Absolutely not. He's the accursed prince. Even before Loki's birth, King Herald prophesied that he would be killed by his own son. Shortly after he was born, he killed the royal family's lucky horse. That was the same year Lin killed Chef Jarul, or Jorul, the legendary warrior. The country was beset by natural disasters, and the queen passed just a year after giving birth to Loki. He made the underworld his playground, using his innate strength to kill and control the vicious animals down there, then unleashed them on villages. At just 10 years old. Arson. Devastation. Loki's many pranks threatened our lives. Between his status as a prince and his cruel personality, he made our lives hell whenever King Jarul was away. And then, worst of all, Loki killed Herald, the greatest king in Elbath history, right in his own castle up there. The kind and radiant king who tried to connect Elbath with the other countries of the world that were so terrified of our warlike ways. Chief Jarul was there and tried to stop Loki. That's when he got stabbed in the head. This helmet saved my life. The helmet didn't do anything. It was about 6 years ago. I believe that Red Hair caught Loki rampaging at sea for us. Shanks did that? Oh, I heard that Shanks is here. He was around a little while ago. I don't know where he went, though. Zoro's going, ... Outskirts of town. I thought it was weird how fidgety you were. This would explain it. That guy killed the king. The whole country hates him. Obviously, everything he told you was a lie. But he said he knows where Shanks is. Do you have any idea how much I want to see him? Yes, you talk about it all the time. It's a way for him to take advantage of you. You think Loki doesn't even know? I'm just basing it on his reputation. I didn't see the guy. I'll tell you everything I know, including where Red Hair is now. If he's lying, I'm not letting him go. I'll beat him up for sure instead. And Nami says, I wondered why you were sneaking around. Have you guys ever gotten to your destination without me? Listen up, Luffy. I'll get the keys to his cuffs. But we're gonna decide if he's telling the truth or not. Got it, thanks. So why is he here anyway? He's my servant now. It's an honor. But I'm servant number 1 and Sanji is servant number 2. Got it? Says Zeus. That's great. What a stimulating torture method. You zapped him. You know, I think we share a lot in common, both being navigators. Never try to close the distance between us again. No, of course not. I feel bad that we're taking the star of the show away. I brought some meat. Did you try any of this mousse yet? They're all properly hammered now. They won't even remember what the feast was for. It's just a shame that the treasure in the castle will be disappearing. What do you think, Road? My eyesight is poor. I doubt I would even be able to tell it's gone. So that's why you're here, Nami. Huh? Your eyes. So that's what this is about. The underworld. All right. I take your point. And in that case, I refuse. You think I'm going to spend the one life I have stooping to the level of trash? Gee. Thanks for the invitation to the most noble knighthood in the world. So, what are you then? Celestial dragons? Where's the intel from? The agents dispatched to Elbath sent one last transmission. That a giant crow had appeared. Nothing since then. We don't have any dirt on him. But now that I hear him for myself, he is surprisingly insolent. We should simply erase him. Don't get ahead of yourself, Gunko. Holy Knight, Gunko. And we see she has one of her arms is an arrow. And then there's a growling big dog. Gobbled him up, wolf. Hey, you breathed on me. And then, what? Hey, wolf. Wolf. If we offered to spare its life, would that change your mind? You're offering me a deal. In that case, your fate is sealed, my friend. Die and be at peace. Yes, I'll be sad, as well as angry. But a warrior doesn't quabble and whine about his way of death. Instead, I'll feed on this rage and use it to bring the world to ruin, says Loki. To be continued. Okay. The land that awaits the sun. That's the title. Okay. Yeah, cool. I mean, we get to see more of the feast a little bit, hear some more what's going on. Seeing Rhodes' weird interaction with Gerd. And honestly, Gerd's like, she gives Zoro permission. It's like, hey, if he ever does something like that again, go ahead and kill him. It's fine. And like, so that's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of funny. Luffy hears more about Nika and the whole like prophecy and everything like that, or like the ancient religious texts known as the Harley. So where they know about Nika and everything like that, the fact that it's been passed down for generations. Luffy does say Bonnie because she corrected him back in Egghead, and so he doesn't have a nickname for her. She is called Bonnie, so that's kind of good to know that Luffy has accepted Bonnie, um, and says her name. Um, but there's the whole thing of Nika wears white clouds around him and appears with white hair, clothes, and a jolly laughter. And that's where Luffy says that must be why everyone said I remind them of him. And they bring up Loki. They tell them about the past. Apparently, at some point, Zoro and Luffy have talked about Loki. And it is kind of weird that like there's like a little, it's not like there's like a time skip or anything. It's like there was apparently like, and I guess this is also because it has been a bit since I have read One Piece, but I don't remember Luffy ever revealing to the crew that he met with Loki. So with this little interaction with Luffy and Zoro, after they like dipped out and left the outside and were out the outskirts of town to where they could have this conversation, and then Nami shows up, to where this is the thing is like Zoro is like, no, I don't trust him. I'm basing this on his reputation. He's probably lying to you. So I just want to trust it. And so like that, it's cool to see the whole Zoro and Luffy kind of conversation that was happening there. Also funny that this little scene was in here to where Nami says that Road is now her servant, and then Zeus pops out and says, but I'm servant number 1 and Sanji is servant number 2. Got it? So I like that it's funny that Zeus included Sanji in this. So I just liked it that it's hilarious that this was just added in there. It's funny. Also the fact that they're going to this castle where there's treasure and everything, but also the door. I can see this. I like this little touch that Oda did. You can see the door is open a little bit or broken. It's either open or broken, but I can see the detail, and I'm not even zoomed in all the way on the screen on the page, but like I can see there is a hole in the door. So that's some amazing detail I see there. And then we cut over to where Gunko and the mysterious hooded figure are talking to Loki now. And then we get to see her powers with this little arrow thing. So she's an arrow human. So she ate a devil fruit. So there's that. I do like her design. It's weird because like, you know, they're holy knights and everything, but her outfit looks very similar to Koala's, to where she has the little hat and the little goggle kind of thing, and that's or glasses, and that's what Koala has. But also this little key thing here is one of her eyes is a different, I guess this is probably to show is a different color, or it's her activating her powers. I don't know. But how it looks is maybe I don't know if this is how Oda intended it to be, or if this is our first look at a heterochromia person in One Piece. That would be cool, because that hasn't really been shown. Everybody seems to have the same eye colors and stuff, so it would be cool to see a character with 2 different eye colors. That would be pretty cool. Or this is just her activating her powers, or it might be a color error. Probably not, or not really a color error, but like a thing. I don't think so, because it also shows on her, like, the picture of her standing there. You can see that one eye is that it's the same. So I believe I may be right. This Gunko may be the first heterochromia character in One Piece. So that'll be cool. That'll be really cool. And also she has arrow powers. It's cool. I like it. I like the way that, like, we see it, like, it starts to wrap around and then she goes like this, like to swish or whatever, and it wraps around the wolf's neck and, like, it's strangling him pretty much. But, like, it's a physical, like, arrow kind of thing. It's like it's a projectile too. So this is weird. I have so many questions, but that is just because this is a new power, and I think that happens all the time when we have new powers. And I'm glad to know that the Holy Knights have Devil Fruit users. I mean, it's fine if they don't. That'd be great. Just to show that their hockey users are qualified enough. But to see some Devil Fruit users is cool too. And now it's just like there are so many powers and different stuff that Oda could pull from and just give these Holy Knights these powers, and it's totally fine. And it makes sense. But yeah, I've been rambling on for too much for this one chapter and just trying to analyze stuff. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Leave some comments down below on what you guys thought of the chapter. And if you're new to my channel, please consider hitting the subscribe, notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time.